What's up, duelists? How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome into the video. Welcome into today's daily upload video. I've got a variation on Alephya2's recent top 8 Chaos aggro deck. I've made a few changes. I've added a few fun of tech cards. I've added a bunch of, really aggressive options like triple compulsory evacuation device, injection fairy lily, and Mataza the Zapper. I've switched up the sideboard a fair bit. You know what? Is it the same deck? Kinda. We got the similar core with triple Gravekeeper Spy, and then we got Stratos Alias as well as Breaker DD Warrior Lady. But I've upped the count of both Breaker and DD Warrior Lady. I've dropped the count of Alias since it is a vanilla. And I've increased, some other like normal summonable monsters while decreasing the counts of Kaya so we don't brick on him too much. And I've also got the Nox in the main instead of the Royal Oppressions. I found that Raikou is really annoying. Plus, if we're just trying to shove damage, Nox can be pretty good at removing threats from the zombie decks, which actually tend to give this type of deck a big problem. If you guys aren't already subscribed, subscribe right now. Subscribe. Subscribe right now. Edison format. Subscribe right now. 50% of you guys not subscribed. It's a little bit lower now. It's closer to like 45%, but I'm just saying, you guys could help out. You guys could help out a little bit. I got a lot of big things planned for next year, for the upcoming months. Of course, Pumpkin of Games is returning October 29th. You guys are going to want to be subscribed. I'm just saying. You guys are going to want to be subscribed for the content. We got Meta Breakers coming up. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. Actually, I'm thinking of doing a few more live streams, launching a new live series. And then, of course, just the daily Edison content, playing the decks you guys love and know and sometimes don't know and most of the time don't love. So no, I'm kidding. I'm sort of kidding. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure why isn't this guy joining my games? Does he not want to play a match? Like, what's the deal with that? He doesn't want to play a match? All right, for sure. I had a couple games earlier. I was like messing around with some decks. I had someone bring main deck devastation against me, which was awesome. I don't play against people who pre-board against me. That's not worth my time. And then I had someone else who was, I think I was like playing Lightsworn, but I was like a little lit. I like just got back from a rave. I'm off of like no sleep. I'm wide awake right now. I haven't slept last night. I came back from a rave. I went to go see Infect and Samplifier. It's Samplifier's first US tour, I believe. Infect was crazy good. He was so sick to see live. And Samplifier was tight too. I don't really remember Samplifier set all that much, but not that I condone the use of certain things. Okay, this hand's pretty good. We've got Alias, Compulsory, Book of Moon. I don't think we need to set more than Compulsory. Actually, we need to set Book in case he has main deck Cyber. Well, actually, we have Honest. Now, this is pretty bad, actually. If we get Heavy Stormed, it's pretty bad. But I think we should be good to just close this one out. Like an easy close this one out. Set Monster, okay. Maybe we'll get a knock off the top. Oh my gosh, I gotta play through that many back row with no threats. Thankfully, we have Breaker, who is a pretty good threat, actually. He's a pretty good threat here, because I can summon Breaker. I can get a counter. If he tries to stop it, we can Compulsory. Trade the Compulsory with the Bottomless. Nice. Heck yeah, okay. So we use our Compulsory as sort of a not the best way to trade with the Bottomless. Let's attack the monster. Hopefully it's not Morphine Jar. If it's Morphine Jar, I'm ending the video. Dust Tornado? Sure. Oh, it's Dandelion. Okay. No reason to Dust Tornado there. I can't Oppression during the damage step. I guess he might be doing it to stop like Divine Wrath, but Divine Wrath, really? So I don't think that's real. Dandelion with 4 back row is interesting. I wonder what he's gonna go for now. If he has a Debris Dragon, we can just Compulsory the Stardust, but he might have Solemn Judgment because he set 4. This is Caius the Shadow Monarch. No, it's just Quick Draw. That's okay. Again, he still might have Solemn Judgment because he set 4, so have to be a little careful. I'm gonna ask him for a priority. Let's see. Or he's just gonna pass priority. Sure, we'll compulsory him. We'll compulsory him now. Try to get our +1. It's a pretty big +1. If he solemns this and attacks, then we have honest. Nice. Okay. Cool. We're pretty far ahead now. The 2 compulsory evacuation devices, you guys see the strength of this card now. This card is gross. In this type of deck, it's really good. Okay, so we have Summon Breaker. He didn't Torrential last time, which means he doesn't have it this time. So we're going to Summon Breaker. Effect to gain counter. We're going to get the counter. We're going to use that effect. Remove a counter. Just pop one of these back row. Mirror Force. Nice. Okay, I'm going to swing with both. Not afraid of anything. I doesn't afraid of anything. So one of the ways he gets back in is actually Black Rose Dragon. So we're not going to set the shrink because we need to hold on to this. We don't want to lose it to a Black Rose Dragon. That's one of the ways he gets back into this game. So we'll just hug the shrink. Continue to apply pressure. Exactly. There it is. Debris Dragon going to bring back Dandelion. He can synchro to Black Rose or Ancient Fairy and not blow up the field. But I think it is in his best interest to blow up the field. I think, well, I don't actually know. I don't actually know. He might not be playing around, honest. He might not be playing around it. Who knows? Who knows? Really, who knows? Yeah, who knows? Gravekeeper Spy is pretty good. Okay, here's Black Rose Dragon. Are you going to use the effect to destroy the field? No effect. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so attacks the Breaker. I'm sure of it. Yep, there goes Breaker. We do lose Breaker, which is kind of sad. On our turn, we have options. Since Black Rose Dragon is gone, we can just poke at the tokens with our Alias. We can set Gravekeeper Spy, and we can set one of our back row. Actually, we might want to set both. No, I think it's only set Deepers. And again, we just hold the shrink. We don't need to play this quite yet. I don't want to play into a last card Heavy Storm. I don't want to play into anything like that. If he attacks a set monster, I am going to deprison this because I don't want to deal with it, more or less. Does he have Book of Moon? No. Okay, Black Rose is banished. That means no Avarice into Black Rose, which is good news. It is good news for us, duelists. Alright, Mirror Force is gone, but Torrential is not. That being said, I'm still flipping Gravekeeper Spy every day of the week. We're going to activate the effect. Go grab another Gravekeeper Spy. Mirror Force is gone, so we're going to summon both in attack. We're going to go to the battle phase. We'll go Gravekeeper, attack the token. Alias, attack the set in case it's Hamster. It was Dandelion. And then we will attack the last, or one of the tokens here. Okay, at this point in time, I think it's okay to set Book of Moon and pass. If he has a Typhoon for it, he'll use it. Okay, he didn't. Interesting. If he goes for a clear, we can set one of the Gravekeepers. If not, we can, like, do something with it that way, maybe. I think it's fine to just keep going. I think it's fine to just keep pressing on. Allure, not the best draw, but not that bad either. We can get in 31. Now the Honest is looking pretty lethal. Nice. This is a good setup. This is a good setup. We've been pretty far ahead this whole game. He's made a couple of synchro plays, but he's made them at disadvantage. So he's been pretty much playing in a weird spot the whole game. And this is an awkward situation, right? You have 3 back row. You need to stop the 2 spy. You don't have Mirror Force. Here's Call of the Haunted. That's going to grab Dandelion. He's going to Torrential. So he did have Torrential. Okay. That's okay. I don't think that matters all that much. He gets 2 tokens, but main phase 2, we can summon Breaker. Or we could allure away the Breaker. I think it's better to summon the Breaker and pop his back row. I think it's better to summon it. We're going to pop the back row. Nice. Okay, so Road was what he was setting everything behind. So he's got Dust Tornado and Road in the main. as well as Call of the Haunted. These are 3 cards you don't normally see in this type of deck. It must be a very trap-heavy build. In this case, I think it's still best not to set the Shrink. Playing very passively with these cards. We don't need to commit them yet. Honest is a game shot when we're ready to go for it. We just need to find a light monster that's 1400 or stronger. Here comes Titanial. Light and Darkness Dragon. Okay. That's fine because we have Honest, so that doesn't really matter too much. We'll just summon Honest, activate a bajillion times. He's setting a card. That's pretty bad, actually. Okay, so we can put it to 800. I think is the plan. And then just brain control it, go for game. Is that the move? What does he got left, man? What does he got left? He's got a Bottomless left. He's got D Prisons left, maybe Book of Moon left. Book of Moon could be the problem. Okay, we'll go ahead and just Honest. Activate. Think on summon. Oh, he's got Solemn. Interesting. Okay, he's got Solemn. Interesting, yeah. Okay. That complicates things. That's the one trap that kind of screws us here. Alright, so we can go Allure, Shrink. And he's at 14, and we should... Or 18, actually. Ew, that's not very good. Now, is it? Huh. I think we'll gun some of our cards. I think we will gun some of our cards. Because I don't want to take a 2800 hit. And I actually want to, like, make him a little bit scared. So we'll go Allure. Put it to 23. And then I think we just pass. Stratos wouldn't be a bad draw. I'm gonna book it. And we're gonna put it down to 18. Take 18. Thumbs up. Injection Fairy Lily. Alright, do we win? What is this? Yeah, I think we just win. Because we just brain control, Shrink, and then summon Injection Fairy Lily, pump and kill. So it's... Right now it's 1800. We go brain control. Shrink. And then summon Injection Fairy Lily, attack. Pay 2000. And pump kill. And we'll go to the next game. Nice. Easy clap. Never didn't have lethal. Never didn't have the sauce. Can't negate 5 times. Only 4. Yep. Has to lose 500 attack and defense. This game unless you have Honest. Yes. Yes, this is game unless you have Honest. Light and Darkness Dragon, the reason it can't negate more than 4 times unless it's been buffed is because it has to pay 500 attack and defense. Or not pay, but like it has to lose 500 attack and defense. If it can't lose 500 attack or defense, you can't activate this ability. It says Y4. 2400 defense. Can't lose 500 defense when you're at 400. Yep. No problem. It's not the most intuitive card to play with, and it's not played that frequently, so understandable that you wouldn't know the rulings. Okay, against this deck, I do like Thunder King Ryo. I do like Royal Oppression. These are both very good cards against this deck. I also do like DD Crow to some degree. It doesn't look like it's going to be amazing here. It's only really going to stop the Pot of Avarice shenanigans. We could also bring in the Starlight Road. Starlight Road to stop Black Rose Dragon, and Heavy Storm is pretty good. It also stops Torrential Tribute and Mirror Force, which I'm going to be playing into 99 times out of 99. So We're going to bring that in. We're also going to bring in the Typhoon to be a chainable card. They had a ton of trap cards. Gravekeeper's Guard can out a resolved Stardust Dragon, which is something to keep in mind. It can also out resolved Synchros, something to keep in mind, of course. Maybe we'll think about that as we're siding here. I'm going to side out the trap hole. I think it's not the best here. I'm also probably going to side out one of these bottomless trap holes. And I am going to side out all 3 Book of Moon. So these 5 cards are going to come out for sure. And then for monsters, we're going to side out... Mataza's okay against the tokens. Injection Fairy Lily is not the best here. It can do some work. It can get over a Resolve Synchro. It can do some stuff, but I think it's better that we just have like our 1900 boys and go that way. All right, Honest, questionable. It outs Light and Darkness Dragon, which I guess is probably good enough, but not sure. Not sold on it. Shrink, questionable again, but it helps us play through bottomless to a degree. We just need to cut one more card, I think. I think it's like Rhoda. Rhoda's pretty good. It gets us Mataza, it gets us Deity Warrior Lady, and it gets us Stratos. I do like Breaker, I do like Caius, I do like Chaos Sorcerer, I do like Cyber Dragon, I do like Sangan. Maybe it's Brain Control. I have found that that card is quite middling in this matchup. We're going to try something like this. This is probably our best configuration for this matchup. The only consideration is maybe Injection Fairy Lily over one of our monsters. This hand is okay. We could have had an Injection Fairy Lily over a Spy. I think that was the third Spy is probably the worst card in the matchup. Yeah, this hand's good though. This hand's very good. We got a special summon Cyber Dragon. Oh my, that's very good. That's very good. They're milling 3. They milled a Caius. They milled a Quick Draw and a Book. Okay, cool. That's tight. Now. What is the plan? What is the plan? I want to Contact Fuse with it if possible. But I think breaking the back row is also not bad. I think the upside of Contact Fusing is just way too high. So we'll try it. We'll try it. If they have bottomless, nice. Nice. Let's go. So we haven't normal summoned. We have a 2000 Chimera Tech. They don't have bottomless or Torrential Tribute, so I am going to Breaker and then pop. Because it's probably Deep Prison. Nice. Okay, cool. We're going to swing for 36, set Compulsory, and probably just win the game. Straight up. Like, this is probably just lethal. We could also set Force in case they're on Lone Fire into Titanial. What happens if they heavy? Do we chain Compulse, put back the Breaker? Yeah, probably. One of the things I'm a little concerned about, too, is Debris Dragon, so let's just hold the Mirror Force. Let's just hold it. I don't think we need to get too greedy. It's really just Lone Fire. Typhoon. Okay, so we will chain this. Put Breaker back in our hand. That'll maybe give us another +1 at some point. Here comes Debris Dragon. So they can make a Synchro, but that has to be attack. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, Card Trooper can mill 3 for cost. They can maybe... Oh, they hit a Dandy. That's pretty scary. But they also milled a Solemn. So I know Solemn's gone now, which is actually pretty good. Typhoon also being gone is good for us. We have a couple of options. They can make a Stardust Dragon. I think they're going to make a Stardust Dragon just because it's like the safest. It actually kind of fucks our hand because our Compulsory's gone. So that was a really lucky Dandy mill. If they have Avarice too, this hand's very good. This hand's very, very good from them if they have Avarice too. If they don't have Avarice, then it's like maybe we can come back. We just need a lucky top deck or two. But yeah, this is going to be tough. This is going to be tough because our hand doesn't do anything against Stardust as of right now. I'm thinking on the next turn we're going to go, yeah, they do have Avarice too. Fuck me, dude. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. If this Gravekeeper Spy was the Injection Fairy Lily, that's something I'm keeping in my brain right now. Something I'm keeping in my brain. I think on the next turn, if we don't find an out to Stardust, we're probably just summoning Stratos, attacking the token, just to deck thin, maybe find Alias, and then Alias can become an out to the Stardust, depending on how we draw. We could find Honest. I think that's the best line. Additionally, it's like Set Spy, but Set Spy only gets us to Caius, which we don't actually have access to as of right now. So far pretty behind, but we can float the Stratos and then try some other stuff. Ooh, that's kind of good. That's kind of good. So if they have Caius, it's pretty bad. Let's just go for our first play, which is summon Stratos and try to search. I want to remove the token if possible. So they can't Caius the DD Warrior Lady. That's my plan. I'll try and attack the token. Let's see if they have Deep Prison. If they have Deep Prison, then that's rough. But at least Stratos is eating the Deep Prison. They have Force. Okay. They're trying to pressure us. So I could set Mirror Force. They could go for Caius, which would be really bad. But otherwise, it's just bad for us regardless. We might need to Force anyway to save our life total. So I'm just going to set it. And Prage. Yeah, they have Caius. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of like worst case scenario from us from the get-go. They kind of just had absolutely everything after they milled the Dandy, which is really unlucky. So here we are. Here we are, ladies and gents, and we drew double spy. I'll set the DD Warrior Lady. I think it's fine. I think we can maybe survive one more turn. Let's see if they have another debris to just close things out right now. They have Card Trooper. Okay. Maybe I should have set Spy, but like setting Spy into this board just doesn't do anything. They still have Avarice and Call of the Haunted in post board. Okay. After seeing their configuration, I'm bringing in the DD Crows for sure. Okay, we're going to admit defeat. We're going to go to the next game. I'm going to bring in the DD Crows. The Gravekeeper Spies are going to get diminished. We're going to go down to 2. I think we're going to cut one of the Thunder Kings. Bring in the 2 DD Crows. This seems pretty good. And then I think... Oh, Thunder King's got to be insane, right? He's just got to be good. I think we can cut a Cyber Dragon going first, so we have something like this. Yeah, that game was brutal. We just had too many monsters. But I think DD Crow is going to be the interactive piece we crave. It's just a matter of whether or not we want Mataza or like Injection Fairy Lily or Cyber Dragon or the third Spy even. What's our best start? What's our actual best start? Maybe Gravekeeper's Guard is good because he can answer Stardust, but it's like whatever. Also, citing out 3 Book of Moons is pretty bad against their like proactive plans, but they have so few proactive plans in the deck that don't involve Raikou, so I'm not really sold on it. I'd rather just keep the configuration we have. Knock is good. This hand's actually pretty good. I think we want to commit Sangan, as dangerous as that is. And I think we want to commit Bottomless. Yeah. Yeah, this seems good. Let's do this. Anything large, like Cyber Dragon or Lone Fire, we can Bottomless. Anything small, we don't really care about. Like this, we can just knock this and go from there. Cool. Let's knock. Hamster, alright, we don't play that, so that's one for us. DD Warrior Lady is a good one to hold on to. I don't want to fall behind too much on board, but I think we can press with Sangan. If they have Deep Prison, they will spend it. It looks like, based off their hesitation, they have a sweeper. So I want to continue to pass. but I would also like to set Royal Oppression if possible. I think we continue to pass. Royal Oppression will win us the game at some point, so we just need to stick that at the right moment, I think. New set monster. Okay, that could be a large number of different things. Starlight Road is beautiful. Beautiful draw here. Not going to help us for specifically Cold Wave, but I think it's okay. We could summon DD Warrior Lady in case it's Dandelion. That will play us into most sweepers. Alternatively, we can just attack in case it's Raikou. I think we'll just attack in case it's Raikou. It is Raikou. They're going to pop the back row. That's A-okay with me. Air Mill 3. There goes the Raikou. We're going to set 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to pass. They could have Cold Wave Debris, so that's kind of one way we get screwed here, but other than that, I think we're okay. And at least Cold Wave Debris, we get a Sanguine Search, so it's not the worst. Do they have a Nether Raikou? That's the real question. Ooh, Stratos is good. Let's do that, actually. Or do we want a Warrior Lady to bait the Sweeper? Let's Warrior Lady to bait the Sweeper. I think that's better, actually. We can Stratos later. We'll swing with Warrior Lady first. It's Dandelion. We will activate and banish. Then we'll attack for 1,000. I wonder what their back row is. If they didn't want to stop there. That worked out okay for us. That worked out okay. I'm pretty happy with that exchange. This is a tense situation because there are some cards that really beat us, but I don't think they're playing Cold Wave in this deck. They've got Heavy Storm. This could go bad for us if they have Solemn. They don't. Okay. We just resolved Starlight Road and we're vibing. Now I don't think we can lose. Here comes Quick Draw. We're going to Royal Oppression. Pay 100. And I think we win. Because like even if they have something to stop that, we can negate it with Stardust, I believe. I'm not sure if they send. I need to find that out actually. This could actually matter. Hold up. Need to Google a ruling. Because I don't know actually if they send in Edison format. This is one of my least favorite parts of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is having to know QRS. Quick draw. See. If this effect activation doesn't get it, you do not send one monster from me. You don't send Titanium. Yeah. This is one of my least favorite parts about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, but also just playing these older formats is that the rulings, you just need to know a million different rulings. But thankfully, EdisonFormat.com has got you pretty much covered. For the most part, it's just annoying. It's like one of those things where it's like, I just want to play the game, man. Like, why do I have to know this dumb shit, more or less? Yeah, and this does matter because if they have Pot of Avarice, it actually affects the game. Like, quite a bit, to be honest. Yeah. Cool. Alright. On our turn, we found Great Peeper Spy. That's very powerful. I think it's just... If we set Spy, it's game next turn. If we summon Stratos, it's game next turn. I think it's better to set Spy. Nah. It's summon Stratos. Because this is 53, puts him below Brain. So this is better. I'm really interested in this deck, this Chaos deck. I think it's very good. I think what we're witnessing here is a sign that this deck is actually legit. I think this is a testament to this deck because we played this game pretty well, I think. And the opponent didn't play this game too poorly. The only thing that's questionable is like the Heavy Storm. I think, was a mistake. Because you really shouldn't heavy storm into 4 back row like that. Like, I set 4 for a reason. Like, I'm not gonna not have Starlight Road with it, right? Like, and you can play a longer game. Like, you're still at 6,000. You don't have to proc my Starlight Road, right? You can play a longer game. If you heavy storm and it resolves, like, what do you get? You get quick draw into Caius. I'm assuming his hand is Titanial Caius. We're gonna see here in 30 seconds, but what do you even get, right? You get quick draw banish Caius. I guess you have Caius on an open board state. So the upside is pretty high if it resolves, but what are the chances it's resolving into 4 back row? What are the chances? Yeah, maybe it eats a solemn, but I don't know. I just don't think it's a great play. I don't think it's a great play to go for it into 4 back row. It's like, it's pretty obvious that my deck is going to be playing some number of Starlight Road, at least in the post board. We're going to go ahead and check out what his hand was in game 3. So we can talk about a little bit what he could have done differently. I think in general, like in this format, it's good to reflect on these things. So this game is interesting. We started off with Alias Honest. I think we just set 2. I think we set 2. We didn't need to. We could have just set 1. We probably should have just set 1. So he has Dust Tornado, Road, Mirror Force, Bottomless. I don't know what he does this turn, but what I would have done here is set Mirror Force, set Road, set Dust Tornado. Maybe even set Bottom. Maybe just set 4 pass. You want to keep Dandelion in hand for the quick draw Synchron. Because if I kill your Dandelion and the 2 tokens somehow, miraculously, like let's say I have like DD Warrior Lady or something, then or like a Banisher of the Radiance, then you just want it in hand for the quick draw synchron. You know what I mean? Like, you just want to be able to go for this combo once you've cleared the back row. You just see 2 back row, right? You just see 2 back rows. So your plan is probably at this point to like try and set up with Road, Dust Tornado to be able to play through these back row. I don't like setting Dandelion here. I think it's quite bad. You have Mirror Force, you have Bottomless. You're not going to be taking any hits. I like keeping Dandelion in hand to have that combo. It's also like, it's kind of a tell. So I think this is a bit of a mistake from the opponent. Breaker, going to get Bottomless, going to compulse that back. I like this combination of cards. I like Compulsory Evacuation Device with Breaker, the Magical Warrior in this format. I think right now, particularly, when decks are playing some back row that might not be super active, or they might be playing stuff like Icarus Attack, where you can chain your Compulsory Evacuation Device, you can get a lot of people with this combination of cards and pressure them in a way that not many other decks can pressure, or not many other combination of cards can pressure this way right now in the meta. They're going to dust on the attack. There's no reason to dust on the attack here. Honestly, what they should have done was just Mirror Force, probably. I guess they're scared of Spark, but like if I'm sparking the set monster every single day of the week. So they should just not Dust Tornado the back. Well, I guess they're Dust Tornadoing the back row. Yeah, if they're playing around Spark at all, they wouldn't use the Dust Tornado here. If that makes sense. They would just hold the Dust Tornado. And then they would Mirror Force on the attack. If they're playing around Spark at all. Because if you Dust Tornado and I chain Spark, and it's the set card, then you get big fucking punished. So, yeah, I don't really like that play. Because it doesn't play around Spark. It also doesn't remove the threat. And this Mirror Force is not... The Dust is good. You know about Breaker, right? You know Breaker's coming down. You want something chainable. You want something chainable there. This Mirror Force is not good because Breaker's coming down next turn. Breaker's for sure coming down next turn because you didn't have a great stop for it this turn. Well, you had Bottomless, but you didn't have Torrential, basically. Picks up Dandelion. This is just going to get owned by Compulsory Evacuation Device, sadly. But at the same time, it's like if you just saved the Dust Tornado and not used it there, like you could have maybe made something happen. I also don't fully understand this line, but yeah, I guess it makes sense. He wanted to pitch the Dandy to the drill. That makes sense. We're going to compulsory it. Nothing he can really do about that. He passes the turn. We summon Breaker, and then we hit the 50-50 on the Mirror Force, and we swing with both. And that's just gross. Again, like I said, I think you want to use your back row that's not chainable before the Breaker comes down again. As much as it sucks to Mirror Force an Alias, and just hope you don't get sparked, it is pretty bad. Now, Debris Dragon here should have maybe blown up the field. The Starlight Road isn't doing anything. And the Black Rose Dragon loses to a lot of different things. Maybe you just can hope that the Black Rose Dragon goes the distance. But if anything, you should make Ancient Fairy so that follow-up Debris Dragons can be Black Roses. Ancient Fairy still beats this board. It still loses to the same shit. It still beats the same shit, but it doesn't waste your Black Rose Dragon resource, which is the most important part. You might need that later on. Attack over the Breaker, obviously play around Honest. On our turn, we just attack token. Their back row we know is a blank. We just T-set. They found Torrential at this point. They attack the Spy. We use the D-Prison because I want them to believe we don't have Honest. They set Torrential, set Dandy. This is a turn that I wanted to think about for myself. I could have just attacked the token and not flipped my Spy. But if I flip the Spy and he has fucking... If I don't flip the Spy and he has Raikou, then it just sucks for me. So I just do it. And he should have torrentialed here. I don't know why he didn't. I guess he was just waiting for a normal summon. But yeah, he just loses a lot of resources for not torrentialing here. He loses... Like, he would have ended with the same thing, but he would have forced all of these things gone, I suppose. Picks up Light and Darkness. This card is not good. Don't put it in your deck. Pick up a Lure, doesn't matter. Attack for 12. Attack for 19. Yeah, not torrentialing there just really cost him. I don't have to commit anything more than this. I don't ever have to play into this torrential, so it's really on him to do it. He's going to be able to call back the Dandy and then sack it or whatever. Which is fine, I guess. I could have lured away the Breaker here. That was something I was thinking about doing. But I think just popping the last back row is, like, better. I can always allure later, and just having a guy in play is pretty good when I have book to back it up. Here comes the Lad. And we know how this one goes. We know they have Solemn. They Solemn the Honest. And then we eventually burn through the Lad and then pick up Injection Fairy Lily for game. That was game one. So a couple of mistakes from the opponent here for sure. I think the way they used their Dandelions was pretty bad. I think the way they used their Call of the Haunted was pretty bad. I think the way they used their Torrential was pretty bad. And I think the way they used their Dust Tornado and their Mirror Force was pretty bad. So all things considered, they could have done a lot of things differently and just had a better game here, I think. Maybe even won this game. Probably not, because we had a really good draw. We had Double Compulse against the Synchro strategy, but maybe. Because even with this draw where he has, like, he's very Monster Light, Compulsory is going to beat up on this no matter what. If you sequence your back row right, you can survive long enough for your Drill Warrior to whatever. You basically just want to get, like, if you're playing this deck, this Quick Draw deck, you basically just want to get to 0 cards before you go for Quick Draw Dandy. He didn't even have to go for Quick Draw Dandy when he did. He could have just waited. That's the thing. Is like you don't have to go for it into back row. You can just hold it until you have the clear. You have the way to get through it. Okay, this game we kind of got butchered because I think we mis-sideboarded a little bit. Something I got to keep in mind. Yeah, not much to really talk about this game. Not much to really talk about. Breaker pop, get into 36, but this doesn't matter. He gets the lucky Dandy Mill here, which is gross. We play around heavy, and then we play right into whatever else. Doesn't really even matter because he has Typhoon Debris Dragon, so he's going to 50-50 Typhoon, and then there's a chance we just, get Compulsory out of the game. And then he hits, or don't get Compulsory. Like, there's a chance we just get Stardusted out of the game regardless. So, yeah, here we go. Shuffle back 5 with Pot of Avarice. Yeah, this game, not much to talk about that game, other than I fucked up sideboarding. Okay, next game. We got Sangan. Okay, I got Sangan Bottomless is the sets. He's got Pulling. Interesting, Pulling's good against Breaker. It's also good against Stratos. I wonder if that's what his set was the whole game. That might come up. So he has Raikou, he has Nimble, and he has Pot, Caius, Titania. So he does have the Caius. I knew he had Caius the whole game, pretty much. He sets Nimble, and he sets Pulling. We draw DD Warrior Lady. I just knock. No reason to commit anything more than what we need to. We attack for 1,000. Draws for turn. It's Dandy. Sets the Raikou. We correctly read the Raikou this time. Raikou's going to pop the Bottomless, but we don't care because we drew Starlight. So we're going to set everything. Next turn he picks up Quick Draw. Okay. So his back row is Pulling. He's got Dandy Quick Draw. This is a bad moment. This is a bad moment for the Dandy deck. Because no matter what you do, you're going to get fucked. You just have Titanial Avarice in hand that are never going to be live. I think what you need to do at this juncture is actually try to force my Royal Oppression now. So I think you activate Quick Draw and then pitch Titanial. And if I do nothing, then you can sack the Quick Draw for Caius and banish my Sangan. But I think you just activate Quick Draw and like force me to Oppression. There's a chance like I don't Oppression the Quick Draw activation. There's a chance I don't do it. I'm going to do it, but at least you force it. And then you don't have to discard Titanial. You can set Dandy. And then you can go Dandy pivot into Caius and maybe be okay. So I think on this turn, instead of setting Dandy outright, I think you try to Quick Draw, pitch Titanial, force the Oppression activation at the very least. Normal summoning the DD Warrior Lady. Actually fucking insane read on the fucking pulling the rug. Actually fucking goated. Banish the Dandy. Attack for 1,000. Then pass the turn. Again, here he doesn't really have to go for this heavy. He should have actually gone for the Quick Draw first. And on the last turn, had he baited the Royal Oppression, the Heavy Storm would have cleared all the back row. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he had to do this. I mean, he's not really under a lot of pressure. He has 5 turns to find cards to get out of this situation. And everything in their mom walls out Sangan. So there's no reason to go for this heavy right here. It's just a bad Heavy Storm. It's just a pretty big misplay. So our opponent played pretty bad this game, actually. Upon reflection, like almost messed up every single play, which is, you know, you live and you learn. This is a hard deck to play optimally, the Quick Draw deck, especially when you're under a lot of pressure and you have to deal with stuff like this. Our opponent just played his cards and he got screwed for it, so it's going to happen some percentage of games, you know? It's going to happen. All right, let's try and get another game. It's good to review that, though. It's good to review that because for me, I need to see if there's anything I could have done better. Game 2, I definitely could have sideboarded better. And I'm sure there's some sequencing stuff I could have done better in Game 1 for sure. For sure. But that being said, Game 3, we rocked our opponent because we sided correctly and we played correctly. So that's going to be that. Okay, we're against G-Sen. G-Sen is picking paper. I knew it. That was the calculated infect decision. Yeah, dude, infect was really tight. He's one of the tightest TJs. Okay, 45 cards. He's playing like some gadget shit. I already know this. I already can tell. We're going to draw for whatever. That knock's going to most likely be dead. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to go set Sangan, set knock. Yeah, I think we're going to go set Sangan, set knock, and pass. I think this is the move. Because I want Cyber Dragon to be live next turn. We can set Spy next turn, but I want Cyber Dragon to be live next turn. Here comes his Sangan. Okay, that's fine. Maybe he's just playing 45 cards because he's a cheeser. We're going to grab DD Warrior Lady most likely. This doesn't look like a draw where we want Mataza that much. I think this looks like a draw where we want DD Warrior Lady. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I want to banish Sangan if possible. Oh, multiple back row. That's gross. Guess we did want Mataza. All right. Let's set Spy, set Solemn. Even though the Cyber Dragon is live, I don't really feel the need to play it. If he has Typhoon, he can hit the Solemn, which sucks, and then his Caius will be live, but you know, that's what happens, you know. It's just the way the game goes sometimes. 45 cards, what are the chances he has Caius? Not that high, apparently. All right, there's the red gadget. This is going to be pretty good for us. I don't think he has a shot at getting over Gravekeeper Spy. I don't think he has a shot at it. Nice little mix-up. Setting Gravekeeper Spy after searching for DD Warrior Lady. Pretty good for us. This knock is going to be pretty sad, like I said, but at the very least, it'll be a bluff throughout the duration of the game. It's going to be a tough one to win. I think this is going to be a tough one to win. They're going to dust shoot me. I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm going to be real. I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm going to solemn it. I am going to solemn it. Because I think if we can just stick a threat here, then we should be good. But, like, what are the chances his back row's torrential? Pretty low, right? I don't believe he has Torrential. I don't believe it. I'm going to summon Alias and try to attack the red gadget. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. No, that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. That was just a big gamble that didn't pay off. It's very low chance that he has Torrential there. And I think I am making that play every single time I replay this game. But as it stands, we're going to get fucked up this game. We're just going to lose because of it. Which is really whack. This is not the deck we're playing against is also not a real deck. Like, this is a deck we would not see in a tournament, so even though the matchup's like kind of bad, it's not really a real deck. And the matchup's not even bad as long as they don't have like their one-outers when they need them. I think we might just go to the next game. I prefer not to show them more of the deck. We saw Diva already. We know they're on some combination of Ultimate Offering bullshit. Yeah, I think. Honestly, fucking hell, man. Alright, what are the chances we win this game? Let's try it. Let's try it at least. Think from the opponent. What are they thinking about? Alright, we're going to contact with the green gadget. We're going to make Chimera Tech. I need to force through some damage here. And I need them to not have like fucking Mirror Force. I think the correct play is to go Mataza attack. But then they have fucking Diva into Android, so forcing in the damage doesn't even fucking do anything. It might be Injection Fairy Lily, attack with both, don't pump the Lily. That way we force Catastrophe. But Catastrophe is bad for us too, so it's just all bad. It's just all bad. I'm going to summon Mataza and I'm just going to try to get maximum damage. I'm going to go for 46. And then, like, maybe we top deck Brain Control and we can steal this game or something. But yeah, that Torrential was whack. The chances of that are obviously very low in 45. What are the chances they open Dust Shoot Torrential Sangan? Obviously very low, but alas, here we are. Here we are. I think their back row's Bottomless Trap Hole. So that's something we have to keep in mind. Something we have to keep in mind for sure. So they can summon Deep Sea Diva, they can get Gilman, they can Synchro. If they're playing Gilman. If they're not playing Gilman, okay, it looks like they are. Okay, there's a Diva. They're going to grab Spine Gilman. Okay, cool. So this can either make Catastrophe or this can make Android. If I'm them, I'm making Android a bajillion days out of the week. Yeah, this is fine. We can't do anything about this. They can only kill one of our cards unless they have a kill spell. Looks like their deck's pretty monster heavy. They have gadgets, they have Sangan, they have Divas. They've got to have at least 3 Divas. Okay, there's a kill spell. Highest attack on the field, that's going to clear Chimera Tech. They should synchro maybe after to play around D-Prison a little bit. It's marginal, but it's like, do you want to deal the extra 100 versus do you want to be slightly insulated against D-Prison? End phase, they're going to gain 6. We need Brain Control right now. Compulsory is not bad. Compulsory is not bad. Okay. So they've got Gadget Dude. They've got whatever else. We can set, I think, Spy at this point in time. And we can set Compulsory. And pass. It might have been better to set DD Warrior Lady so we could get it down under Bottomless Trap Hole. That might have been better, but I think it's a little bit more accurate to do things this way. I could be wrong. Again, we're still in a weird spot where we need to top deck something good to win, but at least they're low enough to where we can potentially kill them. If they try to go to M phase, then I am going to compulsory the guy in response to his effects. And since he won't control any psychics, he won't get any life points. Okay, Gadget Search is fine. That's irrelevant. When they can't pump up the gadgets, they're just bricks, really. They don't get over anything. We'll compulsory the android. Does he have Solemn? He might have considered Solemning the Cyber Dragon. He might be thinking about Solemn here. No, he doesn't have it. Alright. He's not going to attack. Is he going to attack? He might attack. If he has a kill spell, he should attack. Okay. So he's going to take 800, which is... That's pretty good for us. It's pretty good for us. He still knows about the DD Warrior Lady. He doesn't know about the Injection Fairy Lily, so... Alright. Cyber Dragon. I think it's like... It's a tough decision, really, is what it is. Because if it's bottomless, it's best to switch, crash, and then set Warrior Lady, I think. Maybe it's best to like tribute set contact. No, that can't be right. Let's try and force the back row. Let's just try and force the back row. I'll just summon DD Warrior Lady. There's bottomless. Okay, we knew it was bottomless. We knew that was coming. Now it's just a matter of do we crash in case he has Diva. I think we do not. Okay, if he has Diva, we lose. I'll just say it. If he has Diva, we lose. That's fine. I'm cool with losing this game to Diva. I'm cool with him drawing like that. This game. Alright. Alright. Yeah, you can just have everything in your deck with fucking 90 million bricks. That's cool too. We'll bring in the Thunder Kings. We'll set out the Nox. They obviously do nothing here. I think the back row cards don't do much, all things considered. Bottomless does stop the synchros though, so it's kind of important to note. Gravekeeper's Guard stops things too. I think Typhoon's pretty good. All of the like spot removal shit is where things are bad. I think Book is good because it actually preserves like our guard and our spy, which is like pretty solid against them. We should be able to beat this deck pretty consistently. It's just a matter of like how we want to do it. Because if we keep our monsters and they're sticking to their monsters, our monsters outclass their monsters. Mataza can come out here. I don't think this is a Mataza matchup. I don't know if this is a matchup for Fairy Lily either, but might want to cut one Honest, just because actually Honest might be important. Is Honest better than one of these cards? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Typhoon is probably good though. Typhoon is probably good. Typhoon's probably better than the other Honest then. Or Chaos Sorcerer. How many lights we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got a ton of lights. I'm still going to cut an Honest. I think Honest ain't it. I think he's not it in this matchup. What the fuck was that bug? I like saw a heavy storm there for a second. Well, in the case that he's got heavy storm, and that bug actually told us what's in his hand, we shouldn't set both our cards. We should just set Spy, set Solemn, and then pass. And then if he summons a gadget, do we Solemn? If he summons that, do we Solemn? I think we will. I think that's a pretty safe thing to Solemn. Does he have Diva too? In his deck with 90 bricks? No, he just has set monster. Okay. That's cool. What does this deck set then? Snowman Eater? I don't really get it. Let's just get our +1. This is going to go grab guard. I'll attack it with spy. Fuck it. Dude, is this a fucking meme? Am I getting memed on? Did he like side into this shit or something? I don't understand this. Our Gores is looking pretty bad. I maybe should have cut Gores here. That was maybe a good cut. Okay, how do we deal with Pyramid Turtle? Hopefully he just swings into the spy and we can deprison it. That would be ideal. There's a good chance he doesn't, though. I don't have a lot of great ways of dealing with Pyramid Turtle right now in my deck. Also, what the fuck is this card doing in his deck? This is a meme deck. I'm convinced I'm playing against a meme deck. You drew Gilman. That's funny. If he attacks spy, I'll book the spy. Then we'll go ahead and get our +1 again. Nice. Cool. Sorcerer. That's pretty good. Alright, it's like kind of weird to sack for Cyber Dragon because like he don't got machines or nothing. I think we'll just pass. I don't think he's got a diva, or he would have gone for that last turn maybe. I think we're just vibing. I could have double sacked for Gores. That was something I was considering, but it's a little weird. Because it's like we double sack and then he just plays another removal spell. Here's Green Gadget. Okay. See, this is a little bit better because then once he gets some gadgets in play, we can end on like Cyber Dragon. Or we can end on Chimera Attack as opposed to ending on Cyber Dragon, which is much better for us. We already have Deprison down. We don't really need to set Mirror Force too. I'm just gonna pass. Plus, we can drop Sork and banish the turtle next turn if all goes well, ideally. So we'll go like Tribute Set Cyber Dragon, Contact Fuse into a 3k Chimera Tech, drop Sorcerer, banish Pyramid Turtle. And just have a big board, basically. Just have a big board of like scary dude, and some spies. So, yes, this is exactly what we wanted. We wanted him to summon another gadget. We don't want him to set back row. That's like where we don't want to be, but it's still okay. It's still okay. Even if he sets one back row, it's like okay. It's like totally chill. Oh, this is good. This is good. Why is Trap Hole in my deck? That's the real question. We're going to Tribute Summon. We're going to go Contact these guys. This is going to make a 3k Chimera Tech. So this guy's big damage. Then we've got Sorcerer, who's big damage. Well, he's not big damage yet, but he's going to banish the turtle, which is the most important part. And then we're going to switch these two dudes to attack. And we're going to go full beatdown. So that's 13 plus 24. Put him to 4k. We've got Deprison. I think we want to set Trap Hole 2. Yeah, we'll try that. And then we'll pass. Chimera Tech can't be used as a fusion material, so they can't like clear it with their own Cyber Dragon. They'll need to use Hammer Shot or some shit, which is fine, because then Hammer Shot's not killing Chaos Sorcerer. Like, all of this is cool. We have, like, insurmountable tempo advantage. We actually have card advantage, too, which is impressive. Okay, cool. That's kind of how the matchup should go, more or less. You should brick on all your monsters. That is deserved, and what should be happening. You should not be drawing 5 limited cards and 45 cards consistently. I don't believe that that's something that should be happening. I could bring in Kaiku to just like run over his shit, but I don't think it matters that much. Nock's pretty good against Pyramid Turtle, but like that's a fucking meme. He's not playing more than one Pyramid Turtle. I don't believe that shit. So we're just gonna run it back. We have Caius, we have Sorcerer, we have DD Warrior Ladies. We have a lot of ways to deal with the Pyramid Turtle, so I'm not too worried. Compulsory is even a way we can deal with it in a pinch if we need to. This hand's pretty fucking good, so I'm stoked about this. All right, cool. Here comes Green Gadget. That's gonna go grab him another gadget. He's definitely playing like fucking Ultimate Offering and shit. Multiple back row is ugly, but we have Breaker the Magical Warrior. Maybe we're getting Dust Shooted, who knows? Imagine getting Dust Shooted turn 1, 2 games against a 45 card deck. That's fucking crazy. Okay, so we can blind snipe the bottomless. I am willing to go for it. I am willing to try it. We hit the D prison. Alright, I'm going to wait on the breaker then. I'm going to wait on the breaker. I'm going to set double compulse and pass. Because I want to use breaker to kill the back row. The compulse can kill anything that gets over the spy. So like if he tries to synchro, then whatever he does for that, you know where I'm going with this. I'm going to grab guard, I think. I think it's a little bit better to grab guard. Because we have book, right? So we can book guard and then like flip it and shit. And we also have compulse, so it's like, it's pretty good. Alright, he didn't summon more, which means he might have torrential, which is not cool. Which means I think we just set a book and pass. Oh man. I want to risk it. I want to risk it because every turn that passes, it doesn't get better for us to summon into the back row. I'll just set a book and pass. I think it's so obvious he has torrential because he didn't summon another gadget. It's either that or he has like all his targets already, which doesn't make sense because he only has 3 cards, so I don't believe it. I don't believe he has all his targets. I don't think he has everything he needs. Now that there's a set monster, I am so much more down to go for this breaker. It could be a Sangan, of course, but I'm still so much more down to go for this shit. Yeah, so I think here, I think we compulsory the breaker. He could have Solemn, which is like fine. If we get the Solemn now, then that's really good. I knew he had torrential. The set's probably Sangan then, in that case. Yeah, it is, yeah. Okay. Opening torrential Sangan in 45, 2 games, that's crazy. Very lucky from the opponent. He is up cards. Breaker can make up for that, and then I think our other cards can sort of make up for it. Breaker Compulse is a pretty good way to like get card advantage against this deck, so we'll try and leverage that a little bit more. At the very least, we might be forced to use the Compulse on a Synchro monster. If he goes into Catastor, then he shouldn't. First off, he shouldn't go into Catastor because we have Cyber Dragons. He's gonna go Yellow Gadget. That's totally fine. We know he has Diva. One of his back row could be Ultimate Offering, and that could just kill us straight up. Okay. Never mind. All right. At this point in time, another breaker is pretty good. We'll summon the breaker. Ah, he has another summon stop. That's pretty bad. Okay. That's pretty bad for us. All right. We'll set the book and pass. We might need to book something. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what he does. He's up a lot of cards now at this point because he had another summon stop. There's only 3 and he opened 2 of them in 45, which is really unfortunate. It's just unlucky. There's not really much difference you can do. We can still get out of this if we top deck. I think Sidra gets us pretty far. We still have one Sidra, 2 Sidras left in deck. Yeah, that can get us somewhere. Cool. Spy is okay. That'll get us somewhere. Or at least keep us from going somewhere. Which is the ideal scenario. Alright. Don't have Nobleman. Here's Diva. That's okay. So the first Diva is going to synchro with this guy to make Bryonic, which we can book. I don't really need to do anything. His other background might be Solemn. So he might be trying to like force through a Solemn OTK. I could see that. So if he goes Bryonic, priority, bounce our set monster, we can just book the Bryonic, which is fine. If he goes like Bryonic Goyo, we can compulse the Goyo or some shit. I don't know. He should synchro with the yellow gadget first. It's worse to synchro with the red gadget first. So if he goes priority pitch here, we'll see what he targets because it depends on what he targets. Cost plus targets. So there's yellow gadget gone. Three, 4. Oh, he's going to go after everything. Okay, in the case of going after everything, we're going to chain link 1, target Bryonic, chain link, oh, he has Solemn. Okay. Damn, this guy opened fucking crazy. Torrential, Solemn, Brain, Bottomless, fucking everything. Okay. We're just dead then. If he plays this even remotely accurately. Yeah, we were pretty much forced to book, double book the Divas, but GG. GG. Opening that many limited cards in 45 is fucking bullshit. Like, good luck doing that consistently. Not much we can do against that shit, but not a meta deck, not really real, so it's fine. That's one of those decks that don't really have to worry about, so I'm not gonna like change the deck or anything. I think it's important, like, if you play a match and you lose a match to something that's like kind of off meta, to be like, should I change my deck? Should I adjust the way I played? Look at the way you played, look at whatever. Like, yeah, I could add more Pulling the Rugs into my deck. Yeah, I could add some stuff to help with that, but like, how many fucking people play Gadget? Like, legit, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's go look. What is it? Format library? How many people played Gadget in the last tournament? How many people? Realistically, how many people? How many people played it? Let's go look at the thing. Let's go look at the thing. Click on the thing. Oh, the search is still there. Okay, click on the thing. Go down. How many people play Gadgets? Does it say? Does it say Gadgets anywhere? How many people played Gadgets? 0. 0 people played it. Hold up. This can't be right. What is Machina? 3? I'm assuming Machina is Machina Gadget. I'm assuming. Maybe. So somewhere between 0 and 3 people played Gadget in the last tournament. I'm not going to change my deck for a deck that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? That doesn't see any tournament play. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason to do that. I think this deck does well against the other decks. We're going to keep running it. Keep seeing how it goes. Managed to defeat him in rock, paper, scissors, which is good. Being up in rock, paper, scissors is always nice. Okay. Opening is good. Sand's just straight up good. I think it's just set spy pass. If they out the spy, we can drop cores. So, we're vibing. We don't need to set anything into like Space Typhoon, Heavy Storm. Book of Moon will become a chainable back row once the spies face up. So I think just like letting the spy be face up first before we set the book is the plan. We have knock to answer whatever that is. We have, you know, all the good shit. All the good shit. Drawing spy, that sucks, but what can you do? What can you do? We don't have the guard in the main. At least we have 3 spies, so we can still grab something here. We'll go ahead and normal alias, and then we will knock his monster. The book now is actually kind of sad, too. It's pretty bad. Hits Pyramid Turtle, beautiful. And this is why we added the knocks, is to help deal with zombies. Like, if you look at the tournament spreadsheet, how many zombies is there? A lot. 11. That's more than any other deck besides, like, Blackwings or whatever. You need to take 1,200 more. 1,200 more, yeah. Alright, cool. Nice. Now they're pretty much just dead. I mean, we have honest and we have, like, lethal, so it's just a matter of converting at this point. Just a matter of converting. They don't have plays, too, because there's no back row, or not back row, there's no thing here. The only thing they could have that really stalls them is, like, a Nether Recruiter or Spirit Reaper. That's the only thing. Which, they play a good amount. They usually play, like, 2-3 Turtle and then, like, a couple of Tomatoes and the Reaper itself. So, it's like 4 outs, I suppose, to this pressure. Most likely, if they have a Turtle or a Tomato, they'll get greedy and try to attack a Spy. So, we'll at least know about it. And not by get greedy, but just, like, they're so far behind on board that they actually need to pick up something. So we can book the Spy, and then they're going to Minecon. What is this going to target? This Book of Moon's going to destroy them for Mineconning first. Okay. This plays around Gemini Spark, but it plays straight into Book of Moon. And we've cut all Gemini Sparks from this deck because I want activity, baby. I want activity. Nice. Get clapped. Get fucking clapped. Don't set a real back row, please. He could set Telekinetic Power Well here, and it would keep him alive, actually. There's Foolish. Okay, you can Foolish Plague. This is getting bad. This is getting kind of bad. He has Extenders. All right. So Foolish Plague gets him to Goyo, takes a Spy. That's pretty fucking bad for us, actually. That's pretty fucking bad. Foolish Krebins, Telekinetic Power Well, same thing, more or less. Okay, there's Foolish Plague. Looks like he's elected to add Foolish into this deck. I don't think I was playing Foolish in this deck, but seems like a good inclusion, I suppose. He does have to stack a card from his hand, but drawing the 3rd Spy is so fucking mid, man. I kind of want to just play 2 Spy. Wait, do we just play against this shit? Do we just fucking play against this shit? Did you just reveal Yellow Gadget? Do we just fucking play against this shit? Am I literally playing against the same fucking shit and he opens like... What? Did I see a Yellow Gadget? Is that something that happened or is that a bug? I swear I saw Yellow Gadget. Did you guys see that shit? I swear I saw Yellow Gadget. I could be capping, but... Alright, he's going to Synchro into Goyo. I mean, this is just taking forever because of the lag. We're going to take 16. He's going to take a Spy. We're going to be able to run over Krebins, but our position's bad. Like, it's just outright really bad. He's going to take the Spy. We have to get over that. We have to get over the Krebins. It's just really bad situation all around. Solemn's fucking terrible draw. I think we just attack the Krebins. We have to attack the Krebins. We can't let that stick around. And then we just pass. We need the open board so we can drop Gores, maybe convert something. We have Honest to go with the Gores token. We can set Solemn to back it up and then maybe convert into a win somewhere there. It's possible. It's not likely. That's pretty bad for us. That's pretty bad. So we're going to take 2,400. That's pretty bad. And we're going to take 2,800. And then we are going to special summon Gores. Get a token. And we'll draw Trap Hole. Alrighty. What is the back row then? There's a lot of potentials. I think it's It could be Mirror Force, could be Torrential, could be a lot of stuff. I think I'm just going to say they don't have Mirror Force because we're so far behind. I'm going to say they don't have Mirror Force. Nice. Okay. It might be Wind Blast. They might Wind Blast this token here. Okay, we are going to use the Honest now. I need to preserve my board state. They're going to take 28. They're going to drop below Brain Range. We're going to set Trap Hole and Solemn. Now, hopefully this will carry us, but it's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit of a tricky navigation. They can no longer sit behind a Krebins to wall out and then go into a Bionic for game. Nice. Okay, that was really tricky. I think we got a little bit lucky that he swung in with the Goyo. If he just didn't swing in with the Goyo, we would have fucking lost, like, straight up. He's got Turtle, which means he's up the Recruiter count in the deck, which means Nox pretty good. Shrink is pretty good, and Compulsory are pretty good at dealing with Synchros. I think Trap Hole is pretty bad in this matchup. It does clip Krebins, but, like, putting it in the grave is not ideal. We could bring in Puppet Plant. It steals Grepher, it steals Stratos, it steals Goyo Guardian. But I think Thunder King is more where we want to be, and I think we do want the guard in this matchup. I think we do want the guard for sure. I'm not sure this is a Mataza matchup, but it's kind of funny. He swings for 1600 into Krebins, but I don't think it's a Mataza matchup because they play Mystic Tomato. So I think we're going to side out Mataza. And I think for the same reason, because they have the battle recruiters, I think Injection Fairy Lily is kind of at its worst. It does force some funny interactions with Krebins, but I don't think it's really that great here. I could be capping. Cyber Dragon, not really the best. Thunder King, probably a little better. Kaiku, probably okay. To a degree. Yeah, I don't know. This matchup seems kind of tricky. Let's just run it back and see how it goes. There might be a card that's like kind of sus that we don't want. Maybe I should have brought in Crows for the Plague. That's maybe something. Did I not side this Injection Fairy Lily out? I swear I sided this out. Alright, I guess we're playing the game where we bounce and then we kill. That's the plan. Alright, first things first, we wrote a... Did it not sideboard for us? Hopefully we have Mataza in then if it didn't sideboard. Looks as though it did sideboard. We have the Thunder Kings. Okay. I think the move is go Stratos, search Alias. Okay, cool. So we got Stratos, search Alias. We got our +1. We're going to go 18 direct. Nice. Now we can set 2 that plays into Heavy Storm, but that's probably okay. M-Phase Dust, that's cool. That's chill. That's a vibe. What are they setting? Maybe Solemn. This is a unique position. Losing one of our bounces to a dust is not ideal, but getting in this damage is pretty good. Okay, that's a sweeper for sure. We'll just go damage and then set guard, I believe is the play. We want to set guard because we want to have a bounce into summon Injection Fairy Lily. I think. Mind Control. Dangerous. Okay. So we give them the guard. This guy can bounce our Stratos. Or actually has to bounce our Stratos. Which sucks for him. Unless he has Torrential. If he normal summons a monster, we can just compulse the guard. Or compulse the monster, get the guard back. I'm not sure which is better. Depends on the monster he normal summons. He can't actually do too much here. He's just going to give me back the guard. I would love that. I would love if I just got the guard back. Because 1,000 poke means the Fairy Lily will be a lethal swing. Oh my gosh, he's just going to give it back. That's so good. We're going to attack for 1,000. Hopefully he just takes 1,000. Nice. Beautiful. Okay. Next. I think the answer is set something. I don't know what it's going to be. I think it's set Spy. I think it says spy. That's the move. We can let these dudes trade with the back row. The injection fairy lilies are win con now. We just need one attack to go through. We just need one moment of clarity where we can attack with this card and deal direct damage. Gore's not a problem. Trag not a problem. We just need that direct hit with the fairy lily at this point. We're gonna force the back row with all of our other cards and then just go for the lily kill. Here's Greffer. That's gonna pitch Mally. That's totally chill. If he goes into Thought Ruler against us, it could be pretty crushing. That's something I am potentially considering. We might want to compulsory the plague in that case. Something to think about. Yeah, actually, I think Thought Ruler is pretty crushing. So, I think here on plague. So he has plague, he has Greffer. I think we compulse the plague now. They have Solemn. Okay, cool. That's a vibe. I gotta respect it. Plague gets banished because it was summoned off the effect. And then they can bring out Goyo, which is okay. Can't make that. Greffer is a warrior. Nice try. Get the fuck out of here. What you gonna make? It's gonna be Brownic. It's gonna be Goyo. It's gotta be something, right? Yeah, it's gotta be Goyo. Okay. So Goyo can take the guard or can take the spy. I don't know what he's gonna go. He's gonna go for the spy. That's crazy. I think it's better to go for the guard and for the damage, but maybe he knows something I don't. I'm not really sure. This is a tough situation. For sure. He's at 17. How are we breaking this? I need to get something. Oh. That works. I think if we normal alias and we brain, that's the card he set off a fucking whatever, off a dust tornado. So that's gotta be legit, right? So if it's Phoenix Wing, we actually get fucking owned. We can't sack our dude, unfortunately. I think we just make the play to go through the back row. I think we're going to normal DD Warrior Lady. Let's see if he's got anything for this. I think we brain Goyo. This seems kind of weird, but like, I think this is the right move. Because this will force a Mirror Force. It's kind of stupid. Oh, shit. No GGs. What the fuck, man? No GGs? Let's see what he had. He set that off of Dust Tornado on turn 1, so maybe it was return? I'm not really sure. Let's take a look at his list. Foolish is interesting. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good tech. He has Torrential here. We go Spy, stuff. This Gorge was a steal. This was an absolute steal with this Gorge. Gorge Honest. I think Honest is a huge buff to this deck because it lets you force in points of damage later on. Goes Minecon on the Alias. Summons a Krebs. Foolish is. What does he stack here? Does he stack Torrential? He does. Goyo Guardian take. Interesting. He stacked the Torrential. And then we fucked him up with this because he set his Torrential behind these two cards, even though he has Gores. Crazy. I mean, the Gores would have been dead regardless because we Honest here and put him too low to Gores. He tops Book of Life, damn. That's crazy. That was fucked up. That was a crazy game. Okay, this game was the one he dusted us. What? The fuck? Okay, hold up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. We rode into Stratos, we grab Alias, we set, we attack for 18, we set. Does he dust set heavy? No, this is a fucking wind blast. What? 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 Did he use that wind blast? I don't remember him using that shit. So mind control's here. Why did he do that? First off, why did he mind control here? I don't understand. Maybe he was just trying to kill a spy effect, but like, you can do that a million different ways, dog. Like, you can fucking do that a million different ways. I don't think you need a mind control there. I guess, what are you going to do otherwise? Just set solemn it? That's not ideal. Okay, I guess it's not the worst. Hit for 1,000. He drops to 34. He tops Malicious. He goes Grepher, pitch Malicious, send Plague. Stack heavy for Plague. Bro, what? Fucking Wind Blast my back row or something. I guess he has Solemn for the back row. But what is this play, dude? Shouldn't you, like, make an 8-star at least? Like, make Thought Ruler. You're really low. And you have Solemn. Like, use the Malicious, dude. Can't make Revive King. Maybe he just messed up because he thought he could make Revive King. Attacking the set is also a mistake. What if it's DD Warrior Lady? We get out another spy. He takes it. So on this turn, I just summon Guy. I brain his Guy. But he concedes here, which is fucking stupid. Like, this is a bad concession because, right? Oh, no, he's at 17 because he... Oh, never mind. It's not fucking stupid. It's actually, he's just dead. He's just straight up dead. Because DD Warrior Lady can clear the spy. These two are lethal. Goyo can clear the spy. These two are lethal. And then Phoenix Wing cannot stop lethal damage no matter what. Okay. It's because he paid... I thought he was at 34 for some reason. I was like... For some reason, I forgot he paid half for the Solemn. I thought he was still at 34. Because if he was at 34, then he could just Wind Blast the DD Warrior Lady and he'd be fine. But since he's at 17 because he paid half for the Solemn because he didn't use his Heavy Storm or his Wind Blast effectively, then he lost. Okay, yeah. That's funny. It's funny. It's always funny to see someone who opens with Heavy Storm and then loses to multiple trap cards getting activated. That's pretty funny. Like, he could have had Solemn down to protect his Goyo from brain control, and I would have just straight up lost. So, I think this is obviously an error in play sequencing. Also, if I'm gonna be real, let's go back to the RBET top decks. If I'm gonna be real, let's go ahead and look at this list, this top 8 list. I don't think this is a good list. I don't think you should be siding Fossil Dyna. I don't think you should be playing the Pyramid Turtles. I don't think you should be playing as heavy a zombie package. And I don't think you should slim on some of the defensive stuff for certain cards, more or less. I don't remember what my list is, but I legit think my list is better. If you're going to make a list. Just because it's like, where the fuck is that shit? The numbers are better. Like, having the extra Deep Prison actually matters a lot. Having the extra Armageddonite helps you set up for telekinetic more consistently. Like, I don't think Pyramid Turtle or Spirit Reaper really brings anything to this deck. Maybe it does. I don't fucking know. I don't know if it does, but honestly, I've been considering cutting the Goblin Zombies and the Mizuki and the Zombie Master all together and just putting in Doom Cows and like Cyber Dragons and playing it like that, and maybe going up to like 3 Kaias. And just doing something like that, because that seems fucking cash money. You can do some shit too. You could also play like triple Power Well, Magical Stone, Raikou, kind of crazy shit. Like, there are some crazy ways to approach this deck that you don't necessarily need to be playing the zombie stuff in. The zombie stuff is good because it's consistent, but I actually don't even know if it's the best way to play the deck. It's just like off the top of my head what I built. I definitely don't think having this many battle recruiters is good. I definitely don't think that many battle recruiters is good in a deck this fast. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Who knows? Who knows? Obviously, he got top 8, so there's that. I think I'm going to end the video here. It's been a long video. A lot of reflection. A lot of introspection. A lot of weird stuff. A lot of weird stuff to consider. Been a strange night. I'll say that much. Excited for Wave Motion Yu-Gi-Oh! Coming up tonight. We're streaming it live on RJ's. It's going to be a crazy week. Let me do a little deck teaser for you guys. You can see next week's. This is kind of the deck I've been working on for this week. You can see it's pretty crazy. I've got, double Pot of Greed. Obviously, it's going to be pretty wild in a limited format with... You see what we're doing. You see what we're doing. In any case, I'll see you guys in the next vid. Peace.